Copywriting, the art of selling with the written word. Every time I talk about this topic, I'm excited because it is one of my favorite arguments and skills I've been learning and improving since 2008. It is a high-paid skill you should absolutely master if you want to succeed in creating your online business, regardless of what you want to sell. In this video, I want to share with you 5 most effective copywriting tips you should pay attention to if you want to be great at writing copy. Even if the video is designed for beginners, I recommend watching it even if you are a pro. Here is why. Copy is a never-ending process, and sometimes revising essential and basic concepts lets you improve your writing style. My name is Max Cecco, and I help you become a high-paid infopreneur by sharing my 12-year knowledge and experience helping professionals and small business owners create their personal brand online and sell information products and services. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I suggest you subscribe right now and turn the notification on. If you tap on the like button, you will contribute to spreading my message to people like you. So, thank you. Copywriting tip number 1. Focus on problems your clients want to solve. This is the best tip you should focus your attention on when you start writing copy. Indeed, if you want to attract people's attention, you have to elicit problems. If you start talking about your amazing solution, no one cares about it if you haven't highlighted the problem properly from the beginning. Every sales letter, every video sales presentation, and every ads to attract your target audience's attention is directed to a specific problem your target audience wants to solve. Think about TV news or newspapers. To grab people's attention, they always start with problems. There are 2 critical questions you have to answer to dive deep into the problem. Number 1. Why is your potential client unsatisfied? How does he live this dissatisfaction daily? With this question, you are eliciting his frustrations, his problems related to the product or service you are selling. Every product or service is born to fix a specific problem our potential clients have. We provide solutions to existing problems. Question number 2. Which problems do you want to find a solution for? Why did you choose to start your business? These questions are fundamental because they help you focus on the audience you want to help and which problems you want to fix and provide a solution for. The key is understanding the problems your ideal clients are living in better than themselves. Indeed, every one of us wants to feel understood. Once you have the power to comprehend people's problems and how these concerns are ruining your audience's life, you have an enormous persuasion power. Do not forget it. Copywriting tip number 2. Master the skill of writing headlines. And to be very honest, you should also pay close attention to how to write sub-headlines. Let me explain how it works. Headlines are so important that they are responsible for the success or failure of your sales message. Do you know why? Because if the headline doesn't grab people's attention first, all the text below the headline will be skipped by your reader, period. What is the purpose of the headline? Get people to stop what they are doing, to start reading your sales message or watching your video presentation till the end. A great headline targets people emotionally, usually around either a fear or desire. It targets either something your audience is scared of or something it really wants. Let me talk about sub-headlines. When you write a long sales letter, for instance, a written presentation of 10 pages, you don't have to expect your target audience to read every single word you put on this long page or web page. People scan the letter and they focus their attention on the information they care about the most. Sub-headlines are headlines that you put in different parts of your sales letter to grab your reader's attention when you change the topic and or introduce a turning point or want to focus their attention to a specific message. Let me make an example by highlighting a sales letter of this great YouTuber, Ali Abdaal, that is selling his online course on how to succeed on YouTube. Sub-headlines are these ones. Making money from YouTube. The secret to 100,000 plus subscribers. The challenges of being a YouTuber. The part-time YouTuber Academy. As you can see from his sales letter, he divided the different sections of his letter by changing the background color. White light gray and gray. Honestly, I love this style because it is so clean and straightforward. The more you are able to simplify the message and the graphics, the better your results in terms of sales will be. Copywriting tip number 3. Write the way you talk. In my opinion, this is an undervalued but very powerful tip, underestimated by most copywriters. Write the way you talk. Forget about academic writing because it doesn't work. When you write copy, you have to put yourself in the right mood. Even if you don't have the reader physically in front of you, you have to establish a sort of conversation with your reader as if it were there with you. I used the same strategy to plan this YouTube content. I'm recording this video, but I'm using a script to help me stay on the path for 2 main reasons. 1. My English is not my primary language and I'm still improving it daily. Number 2. I want to create straightforward and valuable content without repeatedly saying the same thing and without annoying you that you are watching this video. I have enormous respect for your time. When you are writing copy, eliciting the right questions and using some connectors is a must thing to do. In the copy jargon, they are called copy transitions. For instance, I can say something like this. Most probably, you're wondering why ... As you probably remember ... As you read on, I'll tell you more about this ... Despite what you may have heard ... These copy connectors work like magic. Copywriting tip number 4. Storytelling. Mastering the art of storytelling is essential not only to create persuasive copy, but even for selling anything in any situation. The story is a powerful weapon for 3 different reasons. 1. As human beings, we are more than willing to know a story. We are attracted to the stories. In our infancy, our mother read us stories, told us stories about a special character, and we were more than willing to listen to these adventures. 2. When someone tells us, I have a story to share, we are all ears, and normally we don't think that someone is going to sell us something with the story. So, our defenses are at a minimum level. Instead, when you are in a sales mode, your potential client pays different attention because he knows you will ask him for money. And 3. A story, if created correctly, conveys emotions that are the best weapons to sell anything to anyone. By eliciting emotions, you are speaking directly to the people's subconscious and they are attracted by what you are saying, especially if the story is related to something they have experienced. If you want to learn how to create a powerful story, I have a surprise for you at the end of this video. Let's switch to the final copy tip. Copywriting tip number 5. Scarcity and urgency. Scarcity and urgency are the best psychological motivators you should use in every sales message to push people to act rapidly. Let me give you an example of how to use these powerful triggers. Scarcity. There are only 23 products still available. Buy it now before it's too late. Urgency. This offer is going to expire in the next 3 days and you will never see it anymore. Act now, otherwise you will lose this opportunity forever. Sometimes people don't act if you don't push them to do a specific action. And when people know they can lose an opportunity forever, they act rapidly to avoid regrets. Playing with urgency and scarcity in your marketing is fundamental if you want to increase sales. Now, what's next? As I promised minutes ago, I have a surprise for you. I want you to become a great storyteller. This is why I recommend watching this video. How to write a sales letter that sells the story. In this video, I underlined 5 steps you should master if you want to create a compelling story. So, watch it now!